Hey there, let's get real for a moment. How often have you heard about angels, spirit guides, and ancestors as these powerful beings who are separate from us, higher, or even to be worshipped? Well, today, I'm here to tell you something. It's not what you think it is. These forces are not meant to be worshipped or feared. They are just channels for the universe, the divine, or the one consciousness to communicate with us. So, let's dive in and debunk some myths around these concepts. When we talk about angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, we often think of them as separate, powerful beings outside of us. The truth is, these forces are not external entities. They are channels for the one consciousness, the universe, the divine, to communicate with us. In non-duality, everything is interconnected. That means these guides are just extensions of the same source that you are a part of. They aren't here to be worshipped. They're not higher beings who you should feel inferior to. They're simply another way for the universe to communicate with you, to guide you on your journey. But always remember, you are part of that same universal energy. Let's talk about the myths surrounding these concepts. A lot of people have been led to believe that angels or ancestors are higher beings that should be praised or feared. This leads to feelings of inferiority and dependence on external forces for guidance. Here's the truth. Angels and spirit guides don't want you to worship them. The idea of seeing them as above you is rooted in old belief systems that have kept people feeling small. In reality, they are just messengers of the universe. Their purpose is to help guide you, not to make you feel like you need their approval or protection to live your life. In non-duality, everything is one. The angels, guides, and even ancestors are not independent forces. They are expressions of the same universal consciousness you're connected to. They communicate messages from the divine, but they are not separate from you. In essence, they are like reflections of your own higher self, a reminder that you have access to divine wisdom within you. It's not about asking them for permission or waiting for them to fix things in your life. They are here to assist you in recognizing the power and wisdom that you already have inside. When people talk about connecting with ancestors or spirit guides, it's important to realize that these forces are not disconnected from the rest of the universe. Just like angels, your ancestors and spirit guides are channels for universal wisdom. They might communicate with you, but the message is always coming from the same source, the oneness of all existence. The reason why these entities, like angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, exist is because they are the only way for the source, the universe, or the divine to communicate, protect, or guide us. Some people find it difficult to pick up direct messages from the source because it can feel abstract or elusive. That's why these entities exist, to offer guidance in a form that's easier for us to understand. Whether it's through cultural practices, religious teachings, or personal spiritual experiences, these beings act as intermediaries between the source and us. It doesn't matter what form they take. What's important is knowing that they all come from the same divine source. They show up in different ways for different people, depending on what resonates with their background and beliefs. But the essence is always the same. They are channels of the same universal consciousness. Whether you call them angels, spirit guides, ancestors, or something else, their purpose remains unified: to help us connect with the source in a way that makes sense for each individual's journey. This isn't about bloodlines or traditions. It's about recognizing that all things are part of one consciousness, and ancestors are simply another form that consciousness can take to communicate. Here's the thing. We've been taught to look outside ourselves for answers. But that's the opposite of what true spirituality teaches. Don't fall into the trap of obsessing over angels, spirit guides, or ancestors as if they hold the keys to your life's purpose. They are not the answer. They are simply guides. You are the one living your life, and the power lies within you to shape it. Worshipping these guides can lead you to give away your power, thinking they are above you, which only creates separation. In non-duality, there is no above or below. We're all expressions of the same divine energy, so don't feel inferior. Instead, work with these guides as partners in your journey. The purpose of these spiritual guides is simple: to help you align with your true self. They are like signposts on the road of life, showing you where to turn, where to look, and how to navigate. But they can't walk the road for you. They guide, but you must take the steps. This means owning your journey and trusting in your own intuition. Your connection with angels, spirit guides, and ancestors should be empowering, not something that makes you feel dependent. They help illuminate your path, but you are the one who decides to walk it. One of the biggest misconceptions is that we're somehow less than these guides, but the reality is that we're all equal parts of the divine whole. The same source that created the angels, ancestors, and spirit guides also created you. We are all equal in our connection to the universe. When you understand this, you stop feeling inferior. You start working with these guides, not from a place of dependency or fear, but from a place of collaboration and shared purpose. The universe communicates through them to help remind you of your own power. So, what's the takeaway here? Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors are not separate, superior beings. They are simply channels for the divine, for the universe to communicate with us. Don't fall into the trap of worshiping or obsessing over them. Remember, they are here to remind you of your own inner power, not to be revered or feared. You are just as divine, just as powerful, and just as much a part of the universe as they are.